Well, we think we replenished very well all sorts of different ingredients, and I think these guys kind of identified the guys that we wanted, and all in all, I think we pretty well accomplished that.
What can you tell us about potential trades or anything in that regard? Obviously you didn't make any moves off of your current roster. Was that something you were looking at that just didn't materialize?
No, actually, we were focused on the draft. These picks were really important. There was times for lots of other conversations with other GMs that we'll continue starting tomorrow, but the main focus was on this. And we had 7 picks. We ended up actually with more players than that. We still have a bundle of picks next year, so it builds in the replenishment and the type of rebuild that we've been discussing.
There has been a lot of talk of change, and you've used the word rebuild, and not a whole lot has changed on the current roster. So I guess the question would be, what would be the expectation over the next few months here headed into camp?
Well, there has been changes. I mean, I think there's been several changes to our team. I think the opportunity of the younger players we talked about is them coming into camp and just taking jobs. So until you get to training camp, I think your question is probably about the timing of other things that may take place, and the timing will take place over the course of a period that it fits for everybody involved. And you've got many different pieces. Young guys coming in, having the opportunity. They're not going to be given it, but they'll get the opportunity. Some veterans that maybe want to reestablish their game or in a different role. And also then asset management, which you get in return. And all three of those things sometimes have different timelines. The first two you can't do without competing on the ice.
You've suggested that the team's going to be not very active in the UFA market. You've had that window since the 25th. Can you tell us anything about potential UFAs headed into July 1st?
Yeah, I mean, people have called us. We've had certainly conversations to gather information, but as I said before, I don't see us being very active in that because it would be probably hypocritical to the opportunities we've handed to our young players. We expect them to take over lead roles in our team. We've got some young guys that, the Tennysons and Dohertys and even the Tierneys and some of the guys we drafted here. We're not going to put any limitation on that, and that's the phase that we're in.
Are you surprised at all that after the flurry of trades yesterday, there weren't more today of actual NHL players, not so much?
No, not really. I mean, I think most of them are predictable. You've got a lot of teams that are still talking. I mean, the focus is basically on the entry-level draft today and yesterday. So that's where probably 90% of the conversations took place. But there's other things that'll probably heat up, I guess, in the next few days where your focus can change.
Is that free agent window talking about that distracted all from draft plans?
I don't know. It's something that was agreed upon. The impact it had, I don't know. Ask us in the first week of July, I guess. We'll see.
You mentioned that you took a lot of physical and feisty type plays the last couple of days. Was that a goal going in to kind of be out of that specific player?
Well, we got a combination of players with different ingredients, but yeah, I mean, particular guys, they play on the inside, they compete, they play hard, and that's an element that we need. That's what's winning in the league right now. But we did get some pretty high-end skill too, so it's a nice combination.